In World War II, Ted Silsky was a soldier based in Australia serving his country. 80 years later, precious reminders of his service have been returned to his grateful family, all thanks to a metal detector and some very clever detective work.
When Fred Wimmer's metal detector went off while scouring the Aussie bush, he could never have imagined this discovery would lead to the other side of the world.
Just to think that my grandpa had these in his possession when he was, in his early to mid 20s.
Buried since the Second World War, 2 military identification tags unearthed near former US Army base Camp Cable in southeast Queensland.
Oh, they're pretty crusty at first. I just give them a warm soapy water and a bit of olive oil, and then you could actually read them really well.
To reveal a stranger's name, Ted S. Silsky, a soldier who served as part of the 32nd Infantry, known as the Red Arrow Division. This name would spark the start of Fred's quest to reunite the dog tags with their rightful owner, reaching out to a current affair for help. Together, we tracked down Ted's granddaughter in the US.
It was a really cool find, to see that. I'm like, oh my gosh, it all checks out, that's his information.
What is it you'd like us to do with these now?
I'd like you to get these back to Ted or Ted's family, so that's where they belong. Yeah.
After being buried for almost 80 years, we're sending Ted's tags back home.
It was really, really neat to be able to finally feel them.
Travelling 14,000 kilometres home to Manistee, Michigan, this is the moment Jennifer Silsky gets to hold her late grandfather's tags for the first time.
There they are.
Thank you to everybody involved.
Jen and her family, plus others on video call from over the US.
Could you feel, your grandfather with you when you picked them up the first time?
It was so special because it was just a part of his life. It just really felt like, my grandpa was saying hi.
Ted passed away a few years ago, aged 104. Very private about his time in the army. But now, thanks to Fred, his family knows a little more.
It's just incredible that somebody would go to such lengths to make sure that the tags found their way home.
Well, Jen, we don't want Fred to be a stranger anymore, so we've got a bit of a surprise, and Fred is here with us today.
Hello, Jennifer. How are you?
It's great to finally meet you.
Jen, you're getting quite emotional now. What's it like to be able to see, Fred face to face?
It's wonderful. We've been messaging back and forth on Facebook, and it was very lovely to hear his story. So here they are. I know you know what they look like.
Yeah. What a journey, yeah. It's been like a whole lifetime in the ground, and now they're home.
A discovery forging an unlikely friendship and a piece of history that will be passed down many generations to come.
It's stories like these that help remind us that we're all connected.